Hello, welcome or welcome back to Gwinspired Crochet. This is Ashley and today we will be going over my week in crochet. Be sure to stick around to the very end because I will also be announcing or drawing my TBR, TB whipped, my whip from my whip jar for next week. So be sure to stick around for that to see what the next project is going to be. This video will probably be pretty quick because you guys already pretty much know what I've been working on. The first thing, I'll just get this out of the way, you know that I'm also participating in Things We're Making Thursday. So if you are interested in more information about that and what we are working on over there, I will link the video up here. There's like a little card. You can check that out. We are making Gary the Giraffe, which is a free premiere pattern that you can get on their website, and he's indeed adorable. So if you want to see my progress on that, that's where to do it, up there. I did work on it a little bit today, so a little bit more has been done. But you're going to have to wait until next week for that update. Not going to spoil that for you guys now, or we won't have anything to talk about next week. We got to make sure we have something to talk about next week. The next thing, and the next obvious thing I'm going to just go on to, is the blanket update. Again, I feel like we haven't made much progress. But I will show you that we are indeed at the next step. I have gotten it wide enough. Now we need to do the rectangle part. So as you can see, is this the side? As you can see, I am now going up. No longer am I increasing this way. I am now going up this way. This is my blanket so far, and it's coming along. Now, I noticed one issue, and I don't think there's anything I can do about it. One mistake. Right here, right there, I only caught one of the two loops in the stitch, and so now it looks like there's a hole. And that bothers me, and I don't think there's a dang thing I can do about it. But if you guys know of some way that I can either like close up the hole, I bet you that's happened elsewhere in here too, but that's the most obvious one on here. But if you guys know of any way to tighten that up, kind of get rid of this, make it look less ugly, you can see it on this side better. And it's rows and rows and rows down. See? Right here. So it's like so many rows down that I'm not going to just like tear it apart. And I didn't even realize it until yesterday that that was there. I'm sad about it. I'm pretty sure nobody would realize it was there if I didn't say anything. But I see everything, and I am highly critical of my own work, and just the thought of that there is a nuisance to me. And that's not the only error. There's actually an error at the very beginning in which I misinterpreted the pattern and went down too far into the rows below, and I decided I wasn't going to fix it. I didn't feel like fixing it. So, but it's really cute. I think it's going to look so great. I'm very happy with it, but I'm happy that we are now on the next step of the project of the 3 big steps. And we'll see how it goes. It's now that it's like at its widest point, it should be, well, it's going to take a while until I can start decreasing it again. It's feeling like not a lot of progress is being made. But it will all come together, hopefully very soon. And then we can prepare. I'm not sure if I'll be able to finish it this month. But I would like to start thinking about what the next Pick My Project is going to be. And we'll see. I want to try for June, but I'm not sure if I'm going to have this finished for the end of May. I really hope so, but I'm not positive. so it might be for July. But keep a lookout. There'll be a video where I announce my next Pick Print project, and then you guys can vote again for what I will be making for the next 2 to 3 months. The final thing I wanted to talk to you about, and the final project that I was working on this past week, was from my whip jar. Last week, I did a short, for some reason, and I thought that would be interesting, but I pulled out my first project from the whip jar, and the first project was Sunny, you can't read it, but it says Sunny the soda bottle from the book Hooked on Amigurumi. So this is the book here, Hooked on Amigurumi by Melanie Morita. She's the founder of Not Too Shabby Crochet, not spelled Knot. This book is adorable. There are so many adorable, adorable patterns in this book. And I'll tell you that the majority of the patterns in this book are in that jar. So it's no surprise that this one I pulled out. So Sunny, the soda bottle. I'll show you the pattern first. Not the actual pattern, but I will show you a picture of how it's supposed to look first. There he is. Isn't he absolutely adorable? That is Sunny, the soda bottle. I think I needed to up my lighting, so don't mind me as I do that, because I think it's creating some weird stuff. I think that'll be better. We'll see. So that is Sunny. And I tried some stuff. So first I wanted to show you, I have, I noticed that in my yarn stash, I didn't have a lot of bright colors like the primary red, primary yellow, oh, I think I might have something close to a primary yellow, like a primary blue or like a bright green. I always had these sort of off shades. So I ended up going to just Michael's, and I picked up just a regular little Craft Smart value yarn that they have there. I don't know why I like this. I think I just like it because it's very lofty. It's very plush feeling. Not plush maybe, but like lofty for a 4-weight acrylic yarn. It's not quite as rough as a Red Heart. And I feel it's softer. It does have quite a halo, but I enjoyed it, and I did find it not as splitty as some yarns. So I did pick up the red, which one? This is the tomato. And the other one I have here to show is the dark chocolate. I also picked up a bright green, I don't remember what it was called, as well as a bright blue, which I believe was, I don't remember what that was called either. I ended up putting those away. So, not sure. But I used those along with the Craft Smart white yarn. Just gonna see if this helps with lighting. Lighting's a little weird. Nope, it doesn't. Don't mind me. The video feels really dark for some reason. So I'm trying to make it less dark. And I don't think that's helping either. Anyway, I was wanting to try something I saw in a video. I talk a lot about Shannon from Spoony Sitter. She has a video where she shared with me about color changes. And in there she has a technique to create a nice crisp line. So, as you can see in the pattern, in this, that you can see that he has, like, it's just the stitches that are making the white. But I wanted to try and make a nice crisp line. Well, I kind of went into it a little too quickly, and there might have been some issues, and let's just say that the first one didn't come out very good. because I tried this technique, and while the technique is sound, 100% awesome, I didn't do it quite quickly. So don't laugh when you see this first Sunny the soda bottle, because he came out really bad. Oh boy, he came out really bad. What is this? What even is this? But as you can see, like, instead of like the stitching, it comes out as a line. And that is exactly what I wanted. This came out right. But the problem is that when you do this stitch here, it is a slip stitch. It is a very tight stitch. And what was happening was it was pulling everything in. And it distorted the shaping of the bottle that was used in the pattern. And that is why it looks terrible. If I were to do this technique again, I would do either up the hook size when doing the slip stitching here, or just do it super loosely. And I in fact did it a lot looser on the top here and had a better result. But down here I went too tight, and then what made it even worse is that I couldn't even get into the stitches to do the next row because it was so tight that I had to use a smaller hook. And then that made this next row, this first red row here, too tight and too small. I also used a 4mm hook on him, so the stitching it's a lot bigger. The stitches are not tight. There are holes. Everything about this makes me mad. So I did it again. And I decided I was going to just follow the pattern to a T. Instead of doing trying the technique, which again is a totally sound, totally successful technique. It just takes some practice. I just did it based on what the pattern said, and it looks so much better. There he is, Sunny the soda bottle. We've got the correct shaping here. Everything looks good. He is adorable. I love him. Here's the first off. Like, look at how derpy this one looks as opposed to this little guy. So much better. Now, one thing I will say about this technique is that when you come in the back here, you'll see that it looks rough. It still is rough, but it's less askew. It's slightly, ever so slightly less askew than this. While this looks a little neater, it is definitely still way more askew than this one. So there is a way, I know, to make it so that it looks even more together. I just don't know how to do that yet. I'm not there yet. But here we are. We got Sunny the soda bottle and his derpy brother. I don't know what to do. So what do you do when you have these fails? Let me know in the comments below what you guys do when you have epic fails while you're trying out new stuff and making patterns. I don't want him anymore. I guess I'll Goodwill him. Maybe somebody will want this. Just drop him in, donate. I don't know. But he's Sunny, his derpy brother. I learned a lot. And that's important. And that's all it is. That's all it is. It's about learning. Trial and error. So if I were to do this again, I would definitely give this a go, but with this line thing, but just working a lot smoother. Now, what's important, if you guys own this book, I did notice an error in the pattern. So I'm not going to tell you what it says on that row, but it's row 11, I believe. They say to decrease And I'm 99% sure she means to increase, because that's what I did and it looks fine the second time around. So, just so you know, row 11, if you own this book, on the Sunny the Soda bottle, there is a bit of an error. I believe it should be an increase as opposed to a decrease, as it says. Now, I don't know if there was an update to the book, because there can be. But this one was first published, the copyright is 2019, first published 2019. So I don't know if there's a updated version of the book out there, but I just wanted to let you know about that. That's pretty important. So if you're not, you know, if you're just sort of doing it and you follow it exactly, the number of the stitch count is not going to add up if you do it the way she says. I love him. I love him so very much. Not him. Him. I hope I get to make more. Which brings me to the final part of the video, where we find out what I am going to make for next week. From the whip jar. I have not put stickers on this yet. I will when I get around to it. Again, whip jar. I purchased this jar from the Dollar Tree. It's great, actually, because it's got a nice handle. Give it a shake. Alright, guys. What am I making? I actually feel like a sense of anxiety about this. Like, good anxiety. But, like, there's, like, a sense of, what am I going to make? Because there are, okay, I will say, there are some things in here I don't want to make. So, there's two here. So, there are definitely things in here I don't want to make, and we'll see if this is one of them. What are we making? Drum roll, please. Okay, it looks like I'm making something from the same book. I told you guys that nearly every pattern in this book is, well, in that jar. So the likelihood of me pulling one of these is very high. So this time, for next week, we will be making another bottle. We will be making Amor, the love potion. Amor, the love potion. So what does Amor, the love potion look like? Let's take a look. It's in this book. Reading Rainbow. She's cute. Alright, guys. Same color scheme. Not much different. But this is Amor. Look. The love potion. Now, I'm actually going to draw two. These work up so fast. And I'm going to draw another one. You guys are going to get another one. Because Amor works up fast, and I will draw another one. Now, next week is a busy week for me. I'm going to have... I just dropped everything. But I am going to have... Hold on. So I am going to have less time crochet, which is a sad thing for me. But it's okay. That's a fast project, so let's hope that we get another slower project. Oh, look, there's Mina. I had some comments in my other video about Mina. There, on the back of my chair. All right. One more. Let's see. All right. Let me go get the book. The next pattern, the other pattern that we are going to be trying to make is the daffodil bulb from Kawaii Crochet Garden, which is this book right here. This is an interesting version of it that I purchased at my bookstores like in the magazine section. For some reason it was over there, but you can actually buy like an actual book version of this. So the daffodil bulb. What color is the daffodils? Yellow? This is separated by color. So I just need to... Oh, cool. Okay. I get to learn how to do some daffodils. All right. Let me just put some paper here. I think it's okay to show you materials. I think it's okay. Isn't that precious? It's kind of, the lighting is kind of blowing it out, but actually that's working in my favor. So in case I'm not allowed to show the details of like the fiber and hook size and stuff, you guys get to see just the hook. So we will be also making him. Little daffodil bulb. Perfect timing. It's spring. We've had a lot of rain here. It has rained consistently for the past week. So that means flowers are blooming. I've been seeing the daffodils out, so I think that's perfect. Perfect timing. I like it. So I will be making 2 things this week. Again, that is the daffodil bulb and Amor, the love potion bottle. We'll hope that they come out better than this guy did, the first guy. But here's his much more attractive brother. So I thank you guys so much for watching today, sticking with me and watching the videos. Oh, before I close out the video, I wanted to just see if you guys could let me know. Going back to that blanket, I did say a while ago that I would be interested in doing lives, perhaps, while just sort of crocheting and hanging out with you guys in a live stream environment if I'm able to. What times are you guys interested or able to come and hang out? I don't want to just set up a live and then just like sit here in silence. I want people to talk to. So I wanted to see what times work best for you. I am in the Eastern time zone. So if you can tell me what your best times are based on your time zone, that would probably be best for me so my brain doesn't have to think. Or you can just put your time zone down in the comments below. That way I can kind of start planning and seeing if a live stream hangout with me is something that we can do. I think it'll be a lot of fun. You guys can ask me questions and it'll just be a good chill time. So thank you for watching, sticking with me. If you like this video, please like this. My light turned off. Apparently it died. So if you like this video, definitely drop a like down below. Please feel like if you want to comment, and please subscribe. I love it. I appreciate it. I love all of you. Also, don't forget to be inspired, and I will see you guys in the next video very soon. Bye.